When we invest in ourselves, we all shine. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
All right, so first of all, Sherri, before we started this here, let me tell you something. You used the cuss word at me that I got a problem with. You mentioned lima beans. You don't understand.
You don't like lima beans?
Sherri, let me try to be as clear and I'm gonna try to be as
lima beans with
beans.
Butter beans with turkey neck?
I can't stand. You don't understand. Sherri, you don't understand.
What?
Right now, I'm having childhood personal trauma. I'm having PTSD. You don't understand. My dad is a damn bean freak. I'm like a bean.
Really?
No, you don't know. You don't understand. No, we had a damn pantry. And in the middle of the whole, that pantry, there was like 5 shelves, and it was like a deep.
Bags of beans.
You
Bags
don't understand.
Bags.
No, you don't understand. Bags falling out. Pick at the bean.
Yeah.
Lima bean, butter bean, pinto beans,
red beans.
The cans of ranch style beans that we use for chili.
Pork beans.
You don't understand. I hate beans.
Wow. I'm glad I didn't bring you some.
My dad is a bean freak.
I love your dad.
Hate beans.
Oh, man.
No, you don't.
I started because I made some cabbage with turkey necks, with red onions and chicken, and I made butter beans. And I was thinking about bringing you a plate. So I'm glad, because my feelings would have been hurt if you
Sherri, I would have hurt.
That's what you would have said.
I would have hurt your I would have been like, y'all eat beans.
Man, y'all would have ate my butter beans.
They would have.
Right?
Look, I'm telling you right now.
But the star wouldn't have ate my butter beans.
I'm telling you right now.
It's so good.
You don't know. You don't understand.
But see, I bet your daddy made it. He just made it. Y'all just eat them beans. Like, I make it with love. I'm a single woman. I didn't learn how to cook.
You can have all the love you want to.
So it ain't the way to your heart, Roland.
You can lay them damn beans on your chest, and I'll be like, sure, ain't them goddamn beans. I don't care.
That ain't nothing there without a tram.
I give a damn. I ain't give a damn. You can see it here. You can have all the cleavage. It'll be right under your cleavage. And I'll be like, here, get them goddamn beans out of here. I ain't eating them beans.
Wow,
you don't understand. You don't.
Well, I'm glad I know.
You don't understand.
Will never bring that.
Look, you understand. I had flashback. My dad, we also like vegetable week and shit. Like he would.
Do you like okra?
Yes. Look, there's only 3 vegetables I eat.
You like okra?
You don't understand. There's only 3 vegetables. Oh hell yeah, I eat okra. First of all, we ate lots of gumbo growing up.
Yes.
Look, but we did okra with stewed tomatoes over rice, sausage. We made that. So I do. These are the only. And look, and Jackie knows. Look, we don't even.
3?
I eat cabbage.
Love it.
Okra. And I don't eat them soul food restaurant green beans. I eat.
The ones that you got to pick and pull apart.
I eat the green, right? And but you can only make that in damn olive oil.
Where you feel like your name is Beulah.
And garlic sauce.
Pulling it apart.
That's the only. I am not eating that. That's it. You can keep them. You can keep all them other damn.
You like collard greens?
No, hell no.
You don't like collard
hell
greens?
No.
What's the turnip greens?
Hell no. Okay, here's why.
No,
hell no. Don't come to me.
We could have never been together.
No, we could. Your ass is gonna eat this shit yourself. Cause see, I know how to cook. I was baking at 7, cooking at 8. I don't need you to cook for me. I'm good. I don't need you to cook for me.
There's only a few things I can do for a man, and making food is one of them.
No, I don't need you to do that. Shit, you do the other 3, 4 things.
Okay, well that's what I know not to bring.
I don't even. You understand? My dad, we would eat all these damn vegetables, and I was sitting there going, man, did he make her eat this shit? Well, I'm like, this dude and this squash and these. Okay, all them greens you mentioned. This is why I don't like those.
Right.
So Miss Elkins was our babysitter.
Right.
Okay, Miss Elkins. She lived on Fidelity Road. We lived in Clinton Park in Houston. They had all that. I hated the smell. Right now, I could be sitting in that back room, and the kitchen was right here, and the sink was over here, and they had one of them like a small dining table with two vinyl chairs over here, and I could see them damn greens in that sink. And the smell, I could smell right now.
No, that's chitlins.
No, it wasn't chitlins. No, you don't understand. They had all, I'm telling you.
They was soaking the greens.
Here, I can right now see them sitting in the sink. I can see them damn beets on the table.
Right.
And smell, so the smell.
You don't
So for me, if I ain't with the smell, it will not be eaten. And I could not stand the smell of all them greens and the beets. And I used to sit there and I'd be like this here. Oh, they're coming all the...
Those are the memories growing up for me in Chicago.
I can't. I don't eat peanut butter. I hate the smell of peanut butter. Damn peanut butter and jelly. We good.
Roland, what is wrong with you?
I can't stay.
This is just staple food.
No.
You like chitlins?
Hell no.
Okay, all right, we agree on that thing.
My mama's mom was making some chitlins. I walked to the house. I said, "Oh!" I ran.
Yes. Yes.
I ran. No, you don't understand. I ran out of the house to the street. My dad came like, "What?" I said, "The fuck."
Wait, how old was you? 7?
No, I was in the funk.
The funk.
It was the funk. I was like, yo. I hate.
We wasn't allowed to run out. If we even did that, we would get a whooping.
No.
I remember chitlins being little, and every year they would take it out of that big old tub, and it would sit there for seemed like 2 days. And I remember it was all gray, and they used all that hot sauce. I would go, it stinks. And then when I realized it was dead intestines, I'm like, why are we eating this?
No.
I can't do chitlins to this day.
No, hell no.
You know, it's a delicacy. They used to sell it at Bloomingdale's over in New York. You could buy chitlins.
They stupid.
They would ship them out.
They stupid.
That's what I said.
That's never. Dumb. So I am very, okay. So Henry says I'm particular.
Yes, you are.
With food.
No, you picky.
No, I'm not picky. I'm specific.
All right, well.
It's like I hate cold food. I hate cold food.
Chicken salad, tuna salad.
Hell,
cold.
okay. No. Now, we fixed tuna.
Potato
that was cold.
salad.
I ain't that.
Macaroni salad.
Hell no.
Salad.
Hell, I eat salad, but if I put eggs or bacon on it, you gotta heat that shit up.
You don't more than particular.
No, you don't understand.
You
hey,
are
Henry, bring me your phone. So Henry been with me since 2009. We in Washington Watch.
Yeah.
So Henry got a whole list. Henry, bring me your phone and give me the list. Henry got a whole like we'll be sitting around joking. He was like, it's called the list is called shit Roland don't eat. That's the list.
Oh my God.
Oh no, you don't understand. I can't stand cold ass food. I was at University of California at Berkeley, and all that shit was green, yellow, red.
Yes.
I was like, y'all got anything brown? Anything? And it was all these pastas and everything.
Right.
I was like, I said, I know it's a professor's lounge. Y'all got a microwave in here. I got to heat this. I said, I got to heat this shit up. I got to go.
Gosh.
Oh, I found a microwave. Because I'm telling you, all right. So Henry keeps this list. He calls it the Martin Madness. I don't eat no damn macaroni and cheese. I don't eat no collard greens, peanuts, peanut butter, damn pecan pie. I'm not a fan of cheese. The only reason I eat pizza, because my brother came home. He was a senior, he's a freshman in college.
Right.
He said, say, dog, you ain't gonna be able to survive college if you don't eat pizza. So I willed myself to eat pizza.
And you loved it.
He said, all beans. Now, I will do baked beans, but that's only with barbecue. No cold food got to be hot. Pasta, cheese, hell no. Don't put no onions on my hamburgers. I'm gonna cuss your ass out.
Oh, no onions.
Mexican food, hell no. And damn red apples.
No Fuji apples?
I'll eat green apples, damn it. But I ain't
The
eat
real sour grandmama apples?
You're damn right.
What it Granny?
Yeah, Granny Smith apples.
Oof.
What the hell?
No, I do Fuji.
What the hell is Fuji?
It's a sweet apple. It's a sweet red apple.
Don't bring no damn red
Gala
apple.
apples, red.
Don't bring no red apple to me.
Oh my God.
Don't bring that.
That's what they had in the garden of Adam and Eve.
Yeah, that's why Eve lost her damn mind. And she had left some of that stuff alone.
Red apple?
See, that damn red apple, everything would have been fine. Had the green
if
apple.
they had a granny apple. Anybody trying to get a granny apple in the garden of Eden?
everything would have been fine.
They had a granny apple.
that shit up. She read the red damn apple. Hell, you did this stuff right. This stuff right. But no, I know what I like. And look, as long as we all fine, and again, I know how to cook. See?
So you cook what you like?
Right, because I ain't never, look, a woman ain't got to do much for me.
Yeah.
I don't need her to iron shit. I got that.
Yeah.
She ain't got to wash no clothes.
You the last of the Mohicans.
I got that.
Roland.
You understand?
You really
Jackie washed, no, here's what happened. Jackie washed something of mine, that shit shrunk. I was mad as a, I said, first of all, I ain't asked you to wash.
Oh, Roland.
But how you shrunk my shit? I said, there's a label.
Did it say dry clean?
No, it's a label. I'm like, all you got to do, and she was like, look, I wash all my stuff. She don't even be paying attention to all that. I was like, look, she's like, this was Jack. She said, you got too many special clothes.
Yeah, I'm beginning to agree with Jackie.
She call it special clothes.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, okay, so my linen, this is gonna be dry clean.
Yeah.
Okay. I got my African outfits, I got my formal outfits, I got my golf shorts. Look, my golf shorts, Hager, wash them warm. Not cold, not hot, warm. Don't dry that shit high. Dry it low. That's why I'm like, so.
Roland, you so big. I mean, but I understand you don't want your stuff to shrink. You don't want to be wearing no Daisy Dukes.
So we sat here. I remember we at our house in Dallas. It's probably second year, maybe first year marriage. And she washed some shorts of mine. I was like, yo! Then I went,
woosah.
I said, this is not worth an argument. I said, listen, because I got piles. I've got whites,
Yeah.
warm.
Yeah.
Whites,
Yeah.
cold. I've got mid colors, gold is warm. I've got dark, cold, warm. I said, if you feel a need, if you have this urge for some reason to wash my stuff, I just want you to pick up one item in that specific pile and look at that label, and whatever is on that label, that pile is how they need to be washed.
And then your stuff never got washed again.
Huh? No, I said, and if you don't want, so Jackie ain't washed my clothes.
Well, I wouldn't either with all those requirements.
But it's fine though, cause here's the deal though. Yeah. She washed her stuff.
You wash your stuff.
I wash my stuff.
You the most self-sufficient husband I
Everybody
ever
good. Like she. Before I came out here, she's like, you done washing?
So I can do my wash.
She said, no, you ain't done washing. I don't want to get in your way because you about to leave out of town. She's like, I can have my washing. You're going to be gone 10 days. But, so, like, seriously, she does not, she don't even go to dry cleaners.
So you do all of that?
I go to dry cleaners.
I've never met a man like you, Roland. You're particular and you're wonderful at the same time.
Hey, we just get like see, we don't even do all that.
You got a lot of requirements, yet you have none.
Yes, that's why I said, look, I'm low maintenance. She's like, no, you're not low maintenance. I said, no, I'm low maintenance. I said, you ain't got to. I don't need you to do.
You low maintenance if I just leave you alone.
Yes.
Then you low maintenance.
Yes.
If I keep trying to interfere in your stuff, you just high maintenance.
Don't.
But if I leave you alone and let you go,
leave me alone.
So low maintenance.
Leave me alone. See, everybody, I'm telling you.
You want to go play golf for 10 hours? Bye, honey.
Low
maintenance.
Hey.
Low maintenance.
10th wedding anniversary.
Where you at when you coming back? What's it? High maintenance. I'm getting it.
Sustained.
If I want to be happy, leave my husband alone.
Leave his ass alone.
When we invest in ourselves, our glow, our vision, our vibe, we all shine. Together, we are black beyond measure.
Can you believe the nerve of these Republicans? They only want to block progress for our community. They talk about cutting Medicare and Social Security. They played politics with veterans' health care. They voted against the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act and funding for our HBCUs, and against lowering prescription drug costs for our seniors. These Republicans keep trying hard to stand in the way, but President Biden, Vice President Harris, and Democrats won't let them. They are delivering for us. The Democratic National Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
When you talk about blackness and what happens in black culture, we're about covering these things that matter to us, speaking to our issues and concerns.
This is a genuine people-powered movement.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not getting. You get it, and you spread the word.
We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. We cannot tell our own story if we can't pay for it. This is about covering us. Invest in black-owned media. Your dollars matter. We don't have to keep asking them to cover our stuff. So please support us in what we do, folks. We want to hit 2,000 people, $50 this month, raise $100,000. We're behind 100,000, so we want to hit that. Y'all money makes this possible. Check some money orders. Go to P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. The Cash App is $RM Unfiltered. PayPal is R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle is Roland at RolandSMartin.com.
Pull up a chair. Take your seat. The Black Tape with me, Dr. Greg Carr, here on the Black Star Network. Every week, we'll take a deeper dive into the world we're living in. Join the conversation only on the Black Star Network.
Maybe first year marriage. phone ring. I'm like, yeah, what's up? She's like, hey, I want to go get this. All right, why you calling me? She's like,
what you thought?
Well, I was like, is the house note paid? She's like, yeah. I said, lights paid? She says, yeah. I said, is the car note paid? So all the bills paid. Why you calling me?
Roland.
No. You understand? She paid the bills. I'm like, why you calling me? I said, go on. I don't even, no, seriously, I cannot tell you, this is true story. I cannot tell you right now how much money is in my personal bank account.
Because his wife handles it.
She
pays everything.
Now I know how much is my business account.
Right.
Matter of fact, if I pull up all my accounts are on one, because we're all the same bank. I don't even look at the personal account.
Right. That's you and her.
Right. It's 6 of them.
Yeah.
There are 4 business and then 2. I don't even look like literally. My eyes don't even go to that line. I can't. All I know is when I go to the grocery store, the card better work. That's all. That's the only requirement I got.
What is your love language?
What do you mean?
You know, they have the 5 love languages. They have.
Yeah, I read the book.
So what is your love language?
Let me do what the shit I do.
That's the 6. That's the 6 love language.
That's number 1.
Oh my God.
Number 1 is leave my ass alone. No, I'm telling you, I think people complicate this thing.
Well, Roland, look, you've been married a long time, so you know
20 years.
You know better than me.
I was married 6 years the first time.
Right.
Got divorced, married 20 years. And I'm telling you, I really look, my parents. My parents been married 54 years. Okay.
Was that how it was?
No, ain't how they were. No, they totally different. They totally different. Okay. And I'm just a firm. I'm telling you, I think people. Here's the deal. I think most people don't know who they are.
Yes, I agree.
So they've never done a self-assessment. Who am I?
Yeah.
Really no. I'm talking about that really deep, personal, hardcore. Like, what makes me an introvert? What makes me an extrovert? Why am I like this with food over clothes? Why do I like to do this? Why do I laugh? Why am I quiet? Why am I big personality? Why am I inquisitive? Why, like all of this stuff that's hard. And so then, because typically I always say we go through this when we have a traumatic experience. So lose a loved one, near-death experience, divorce, we lose a job, and all sort of stuff. Then we do that. So I went through it because when I went through the divorce, I was like, and God was really speaking to me. Church I went to, and it was really okay. What happened? This whole deal, and it really came down. Okay, so it was a very basic question: who am I?
Yeah.
Which is real, is hard because you got to confront the stuff that is bad about you. But who am I? Then once you have a much clearer understanding, then you know who I'm looking for.
Okay, that's gonna fit the who am I in an honest way.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I would meet people. No, they ain't. Matter of fact, it was a sister, nice sister, went to the same college as me. We rolled to a mall. She was driving. She had a cup. We got out. I was like, "What?
What's going on?
Where's your cup?"
Yeah.
She's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Okay, you were drinking out of the cup. Where the cup?" She went, "Oh, I set it outside the car." I said, "Oh, you just sat the cup and the straw in the parking lot." I said, "Go and get that cup." I was like, "We ain't about to walk." I said, "It's a trash can right there. Your ass just set it in the parking lot for no reason when it's a trash can." I said, "No, I said, "Go and get that cup." I said, "We not about to walk in this mall and you just littering and stuff like." I hate litter. I can't stand people who just. As I'm telling you. And when we were talking, and I was kind of like.
You know, when you said that, that's funny because she left the cup. I remember being on a date and we went to Bob's Big Boy, which should have been a red flag right there. But we was at Bob's Big Boy and we finished and he had a plate of pie and he said, "Can I have a doggy bag?" I'm thinking, okay. He take the whole plate and he put the plate
The plate
in the thing, and I said, you can't take the plate. And he goes, why not? And literally, I was like, because that's stealing. He was like, it's not stealing. They write that off every year. They know people gonna take the plate. And I remember sitting there going, we're arguing back and forth about him taking. He said, I take the hotel towels. And I said, but I can see the toiletry, but not all. He said, no, I take all the towels. And he said, they write it off. I don't see what the problem is, and I don't see why you get mad at me because I'm taking the plate.
See, right.
And I remember thinking, note to self, I can't get with a man who take plates from the restaurants.
Yeah.
So you don't like littering?
No, I'm just saying, but that's, okay, somebody might say, Sherri, why are you tripping on the plate? No, that's it. You like, that bothered the hell out of me. I literally said, I was like, no, hell no. And then later, like, we were talking, and so she talked about when her previous boyfriend, she's like, oh, after they had sex, they were just like, she like, no, I don't like cuddling, she said, I would just go to my side of the bed, he would go to my side of the bed. And I was like, yeah, we ain't gonna be together.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Because that ain't me.
Yeah.
My whole deal is I ain't got a problem hugging. I ain't got a problem.
You like touch.
Right. I got the touch. Because I grew up.
You may not like lima beans.
You ain't got you that right. You damn right. Look, because I saw my grandfather slap my grandmother on her ass.
She laughs at this.
I saw my dad doing the same thing. No, my mama's 74. I smacked my mama on her ass.
Wait a minute. Did you say you smack your mother on her ass?
I do. I come on. What up, woman?
What she do?
She like, boy, I do.
I can never see Jeffrey coming to go, what up, mama, smacking me on my booty. You know, and it'd be even more weird because I'm a single woman.
I'm not lying.
Roland, I ain't never heard that in my life. What up, mama?
No. I go, what up, woman? I call a woman.
At what age did you start slapping your mama?
I've been slapping my mama her butt about 30, 40 years.
Oh my God.
I'm serious.
Roland.
I do.
I actually do like it because they're so emotionally connected.
I do. I be walking by. What up, woman?
But it ain't like I'm a kiss her on the forehead. I'm a hug my mama.
No, I know what I do. If I'll kiss her. What up, woman?
And you, here's the thing, your face go back to being a little boy. What up?
That's what I do. I'm serious. I've been doing that for years. And it's crazy, and it's so funny. Hold up, all my nieces, hey girl.
I love that.
And it's just because so I saw my grandfather do it. I saw my dad do it. Like, they'll be sitting there watching TV. They be sitting like holding hands and stuff. Yeah. So I can't. So again, that's one of those things that if you meet somebody and they're like, that ain't them.
Yeah.
We ain't going out again. Because you mentioned the love language. That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
But
do you think people could change though?
No.
So because that's something that's not a characteristic. Well, you know what it actually is. If you leaving your cup on the ground, you taking a plate, it is part characteristic.
Right, no, that's, and the cup on the ground, fine, you know what, you can work on that. But that, I roll my side of the bed, he roll his side of the bed, no, that's gonna be a problem, I'm telling you. That's why I look at it, I say, what are pillars? Like, what are like just these unmovable things?
Right.
That, no, we can't compromise on that. That's one of them. And it's just, and I'm telling you, when I talk to a lot of people who've had divorces or bad relationships, it's because they never ever said, no, these are pillars. And it's just, I'm serious.
Well, yeah, I think it also goes back to we're not being very honest with what we like.
Especially
being a woman, you just like, I want to be, I want to be married.
No, I'm
so
real.
You're not honest about
I'm real
stuff.
honest.
Yeah.
No, I'm over honest. No, I'm
like, could you be so honest with yourself when you walking down the aisle and you go, I don't know if I can do this.
That would never happen.
Because you wouldn't get that far.
I would have we wouldn't even got to the engagement. We would not have even gotten to the 6 month of dating. No, it was just because, again, I'm telling you, if I was this one, she was like, baby, how you doing? Do you miss me? This shit ain't gonna, no, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work.
Oh.
No, because it was, baby.
You don't like that needy.
Oh, do you miss me? No, her ass can't stay. No, this ain't gonna.
It just was too, it was too much.
It was gonna drive my ass crazy. Cause it's, no, No.
Because you knew it wasn't going to be one time.
It was going to drive. It's
keep going.
going to drive my ass crazy.
Now, see, somebody else. See, for me, I don't mind. A man going, did you miss me today? Did you think about me? And I go, yes, I did.
That ain't
I don't mind. Talking.
Roland gonna be doing
romantic talking.
Roland gonna be doing
But see, my love language is words.
That's my point.
Of affirmation and words. So I love talking.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So when you know you, and you know your love language, now you know when you meet somebody, oh, that ain't gonna work. See, we ain't even gotta go down, because here's what people do. They compromise on it. Well, maybe.
Right.
No. I said pillars. There are things that you say, no, I need that. There's no way I could be with a woman who does not like hugging and being affectionate.
Yes.
Would not.
And apparently slapped on the ass. What?
Oh, no, you got to slap on the ass.
Or is that only reserved for your mama?
No, Jackie would get mad. They be like, why you hit me? I was like, you gonna get smacked on the ass. I'm just letting you know. Like, but you got hit so hard. Yes, you got to hear it. You got to hear it.
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
that's a sore
Jackie
booty.
turn around, she be like, I'm gonna hit you. I was like, don't hit me, I don't care. I'm like, you gonna get smacked on the ass. If you gonna be here,
oh, gosh.
you get smacked on the ass.
You getting smacked on the ass.
I don't care.
You know what I'm gonna do to Jackie when I see her? I'm gonna go, what up?
And she gonna be like, your ass been sitting at the top of the road.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no, she know.
Oh, shoot.
I'm gonna smack on the ass.
Gosh.
I don't care.
Yeah.
She don't like it. Guess what?
Oh,
you
man.
get smacked on the ass.
I think I like the honesty. I think that women, we are into. A lot of women say, "Well, we can change. We can." And now being here after 2 divorces, I go, "You can't change."
No,
anybody. You are who you are.
You are who you are.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Your ass just not gonna be with me.
Absolutely. And it's okay that they go and I before. Younger, I was like, no, we gotta be together 24/7. We gotta wear a red t-shirt that say, I'm his, he mine.
Oh, hell no! I got that's that Pete and repeat shit. That's what growing up, I don't know where the phrase the Bopsy twins came from, but that's the phrase where you look like the Bopsy twins.
Yes.
I don't know what the Bopsy twins
You gotta
is.
have like the
hell
mansion stuff on.
No, do you understand? There have been numerous times she's gotten dressed, I've gotten dressed, and we walk out and get no conversation. Ain't like I looked at her outfit, same color. Shit, I'm changing. We ain't, no.
Not even the same color scheme.
We ain't changing. No, hell no.
Goodness.
We ain't changing. No. I said we change it. I'm like, either you about to change or I'm about to change. But we ain't wearing the same colors.
So cute.
No, we are not.
I ain't with the t-shirts no more. I used to think that I saw a couple, and I'll never forget, you remember how, like, when you say you're young and something stuck in your mind? I remember being one time at Great America 6 Flags, and there was a white couple in front, and he had his hand down in her shorts, and she had her hands down in his booty. And I thought that, in my 20s, that's what I want to do with my guy. I want to put my hands down in his shorts.
Now I'm fine
and I
with
want
that.
his hands in my...
I'm fine with that.
Now I don't want your hand down in my butt.
I'm fine with that. I mean, I ain't got a problem with that. I mean, that's... I ain't gonna dismiss that. I'm cool. Cause sometimes you got might be a stiff wind that day. You got to hold on. That's why I couldn't be with a flat ass woman. I mean, you got to be able. Something got to be cuffed. Something got to be. There has to be a hook to.
Can you believe the nerve of these Republicans? They only want to block progress for our community. They talk about cutting Medicare and Social Security. They played politics with veterans' health care. They voted against the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act and funding for our HBCUs, and against lowering prescription drug costs for our seniors. These Republicans keep trying hard to stand in the way, but President Biden, Vice President Harris, and Democrats won't let them. They are delivering for us. The Democratic National Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
When we invest in ourselves, we're investing in what's next for all of us. Growing, creating, making moves that move us all forward. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
Into the bin over the window seats. These are the only bins that will accommodate larger rollerboards.
here, and you don't come out till you die. And you eat him, you hoop him.
Oh my God.
So what?
When my first wife said she wanted to get divorced, it was the same day I joined my church. I was kind of like, yeah, okay, this over. And so that was like March. That was like March of '99. I only been in Houston a month. She wanted to get divorced. Fine, okay, a month. So I'm going to my disciples training class. I was one of the folks, you know, when the time for walk down the aisle, decision counselor.
Yes.
I was one of them. So all of a sudden, I hear, Mr. Martin, I need to speak to you. I turn around, I was like, oh shit. Her ass won't. Because a couple weeks earlier, I come to church. She said a little late. I disagree. First of all, preacher ain't started preaching yet. I was on time.
Okay.
So rest of that stuff, that's preliminary. That's like going to a football game. And
oh, you mean all of the worship, the whole worship?
Yeah, that's like warming up before the game.
That's you entering in the presence.
No. I'm in the presence when he stand up and she stand up about to preach. So I roll up there, and so it was a woman named Jackie who I grew up with when I was Catholic, and so they were standing next to each other. So Jackie, let me introduce you to Reverend Jackie Hood. She says, I said, man, let me go over here and get me a seat. She's like, well, if you got here on time, you would have had a seat.
That's what Reverend Jackie Hood
Jackie said. And I went, yeah, okay, whatever. And see, I was like, whatever. And see, you gotta understand, like we had this like large church. I don't sit in the back. No matter what time I get there.
Yeah.
If there's a seat that's open on the front row,
you want it.
Roland walking his ass to the front row. So you walking by, and the usher be like, right here. I'd be like, like, so it's now mind you, long out. It's like 6 ushers. They all pointing like to say,
Right
like just to move. I don't sit in the back. Okay. Me and Rosa, I don't sit in the back.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen.
You're not a backsitter.
No, it ain't gonna happen.
All right.
Ain't gonna happen. So
a submission ain't in your vocabulary.
It ain't gonna happen. Oh, I break rules.
Okay.
Well, I break,
right.
He's damn.
Rule breaker.
Oh, there are rules?
That's who you are.
Oh, there are rules?
Okay.
Oh, order off the menu? Okay, whatever. No, it ain't gonna happen. So she said, I need to speak. She said, I need to speak to you. I was like, oh, her ass won't. So she had, remember them white ass little cheerleader type tennis shoes?
Yes.
Little white ass.
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't stand her. She had like some khaki pants. I was like, oh shit, what she want?
This is Reverend Jackie Hood.
Yeah, she come on in, get head gray hair, her glass. I don't know what her ass want. Okay, fine. Okay, all right. So she's like, well, I was talking to Pastor West, and I needed something edited, and he said, you were the best person in the church you can do that. I was like, yeah, that's true. Because I was managing.
I know, she was like,
I was manager of the Houston Defender, and so she had some like pamphlet. I was like, all right, so okay, so you want the church edit, you want the real edit.
And what'd she say?
She's like, well, I want the real edit. I was like, yeah, okay. So I pulled my red pen out, I marked that shit. I had the blood of Jesus on that pamphlet of hers. I did extra editing. I mean, I was like, switch this, change this font size too wrong, move this photo, change. I was like, okay, there you go.
And what'd she do?
And she's like, thank you. I was like, all right, went to my class. I wasn't trying to fool with her, because see, I remember the lad too, little funky comment she made a couple weeks earlier. So then like a couple weeks later, she goes, I saw her like, so how you live project?
Your Lil project.
Lil.
To the Reverend Jackie Hood.
Lil.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lil. L-I-L.
L-I-L, your Lil project. How your Lil project come? She's like, did you have to call my project Lil? And I was like, how your Lil project? So you go forward a few months. Is the Tuesday Bible study before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Fred Brother Care. So we stand in, we're not in the sanctuary. This is an important part of the story.
Yeah.
We're in the atrium.
Okay.
We're in the building.
Right.
But we're not in the sanctuary.
Right.
This is an important distinction.
Okay.
So we were having a singles party that weekend. Remember, I've already gone through divorce.
Yeah.
And so she was down there with this other woman. They were going over where they gonna play stuff. And Carrie was talking, and I was like, you know what? That got a nice ass on her. She had a pair of black pants on, because before she had that preacher robe.
Right,
I mean,
she had the robe on,
you couldn't see
tell.
nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, and Carrie's like, yeah. I was like, nah. So then the group was supposed to go out to eat after church, and then so folks dropped off, and so like she needed gas, we pulled in the gas station, so I got up on the gas. That wasn't a big ass deal to me. I mean,
Right.
that's just how I was raised. So she was all impressed. Man, it wasn't a big deal to me. So we go to the dinner. If folks drop off, with just two of us, we there about 5-6 hours. You know, shit, we just talking. And I ain't trying to sit here and date nobody. Divorced 5 months, whatever the hell. And then eventually we got together, and I told her, I said, see what happened when you wear the right pair of pants to church?
Okay, I'm done. That is so funny.
What?
Because I'm thinking when she made that comment,
No,
and you was like,
no. It was the ass. That was the first thing. If I had not seen the ass,
it would have been, you would have paid her no mind.
Would have paid her no mind. So there is power in the booty. You wear the right pair of black pants to church, you might get your husband.
How long did y'all date?
Oh, I'm talking about not long at all. I'm like, no, seriously. The guy was like, this is you gonna marry. I was like, say, dog, you tripping.
So you knew very quickly.
I wasn't trying. No.
Okay, you wasn't trying. God told you.
Mind you, I got divorced in June. This is November. I'm leaving. I'm buying a house back in Dallas. I'm leaving Houston. I came to Houston to save my marriage. I'm like, I'm going back. I was like, no. And so I was like, I'm going back. I said, I know this person. I'm going to kick it with this person, hang out.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cute, but that's not how you going to marry. I was like, okay, whatever. All right. So then it was like, no, this is who you going to marry. I was like, G, you tripping. That's literally what I said, G, you tripping.
You was having feelings.
No, because I ain't having them, I don't have them King James conversation with the Lord. I was like, G, you tripping. That ain't happening. All right, now he's like, okay, all right.
This is hysterical.
You can say what you want to say, but this is how you
This is who you gonna marry.
I think about the third time, I was like, say the same thing. He's like, look, you keep saying but this is who you gonna marry. And about the fourth time, I remember I was taking a shower. I heard, this is who you're going to marry. I was like, all right, G, stop tripping.
Wow.
Fine, I got you.
Really?
Okay, like, chill. This is me like, in the shower. Chill, okay. All right. Like, all right, okay. Like, I get it. So, I go to her, I was like, no, look, all right. God has said we're supposed to be getting married. But I need to reconcile this. So we ain't gonna have no conversations for about a year about getting married. Because again, I just got divorced. Remember, I was like, yeah, and she had a fiance who passed away. I was like, yeah, we ain't about to sit here I said, so we gonna hold that thing off about a year. So don't even bring it up. Mm-hmm. Just don't even talk about it. So she's fine with it. And then next year, we at my parents' house, and I grew up with a family that caters. My grandmother catering business. I was like, all right. I said, can y'all call y'all church, find a date in April?
Really?
Yeah, I never proposed.
What made Jackie say, okay, this is who I want? That's what I'd be curious to find out.
Well, he'll call her. I don't know.
Now, okay, I'm gonna have to call Jackie because I'm very, very curious.
No.
Because you are really a handful, Roland.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. See, that's the problem. People think, but again, if you leave me the hell alone.
What woman want to hear this? God told me I'm supposed to marry you. But we ain't gonna talk about it for a year because I'm still not sure.
Hey,
I ain't gonna be sitting here.
God was talking to you at the same time, and so you had to let me work through it.
She let you work through it. And then she's rewarded with, we all catered. Y'all pick out the thing. We pick out the date for the church. You gonna be there?
I ain't give her a ring till the day before the wedding.
Oh my God.
It wasn't all that drama.
That's why God said.
It wasn't all that drama. And she had a fiance who had passed away.
Are you romantic?
Oh yeah, I'm romantic. Yeah.
You are romantic.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
What do you do that's romantic?
Well, first of all, you say, what do you do is romantic?
What are your actions that say you're romantic?
Oh no,
you
it's
can
just
say you're romantic.
No, it's just natural love and affection. It's if we do things together. First of all, I'm a hell of a masseuse. So let's just go ahead and be real
Okay,
clear.
so you do you can do a great
Oh, hell yes.
You work them hands.
Oh, hell yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a whole Kama Sutra kit. Home kit, travel kit.
All right.
Multiple oils.
Now, do you say, this is what I'm going to do, or you just do it?
I just do it. I ain't got to sit here and like send no email. Shit. You just... No, the kit sit right next to the damn. No. You got mango, you got raspberry, you got chocolate, you got original, you got all of it. You got cool mint, you got the honey dust powder with the feather.
All of that.
You got all that. Oh no, got skills. No, ain't no baby oil.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you get what to get on.
Ain't no baby oil.
Yeah.
No. It's the full. Then they got a Kama Sutra travel kit.
I did not know.
It's like a little box, little small bottle. You can put that in your toiletries kit. So boom, when you hit the road, boom, you're good.
Okay, I didn't know this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe I'll put it in my, that little treasure chest for when I do get married.
That's all I'm saying.
It'll be already there.
That's all I'm saying. So no, I am. But I'm telling you, I go back to where people screw up is they don't understand who is this person?
Right.
But before that, who am I?
When we invest in ourselves, we all shine. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
Hatred on the streets, a horrific scene, a white nationalist rally that descended into deadly violence.
White people are losing their damn minds.
As an angry pro-Trump mob storms the U.S. Capitol,
we're about to see the rise of what I call white minority resistance. We have seen white folks in this country who simply cannot tolerate black folks voting.
I think what we're seeing is the inevitable result of violent denial.
This is part of American history. Every time that people of color have made progress, whether real or symbolic, there has been what Carol Anderson at Emory University calls white rage as a backlash.
This is the rise of the Proud Boys and the Boogaloo Boys. America, there's going to be more of this.
Here's all the Proud Boys, guys.
This country is getting increasingly racist in its behaviors and its attitudes because of the fear of white people.
The fear that they're taking our jobs, they're taking our resources, they're taking our women. This is white fear.
When we invest in ourselves, our glow, our vision, our vibe, we all shine. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
Have you said, okay, who is Sherri? This is who I am.
I really feel like I have. After the second divorce, I feel like I went and really went deep into therapy to go, who is Sherri? What makes me tick? Mm-hmm. What makes me smile? What makes me cry? Who is Sherri? Mm-hmm. I think I've come to a good...
And it's painful.
Yes, very much so. A lot of those therapy
because you got to be honest. Now, see, I didn't go to a therapist. I would just mean, I did. It was just me and God. I just worked it out through meditation.
Yeah, see, I tried that. It was many times I thought I heard that it was God's voice, and it was not God's voice.
Yeah, I knew it was.
So I knew. Yeah, see, but you knew.
Yeah,
you knew. See, but for me, I was like, it has to be somebody more qualified to take me to those places that I don't want to go.
Got it.
Because even when God is talking to you, it's a small voice, and then sometimes He booms large. He's done that with me with food. And said, do not, pinkberry.
Right.
There was a voice going, do not eat pinkberry. That was one of those big, like, okay, Dag, I heard you.
Right. I ain't know what pinkberry is. What's that?
Pinkberry, Niecy Nash got me hooked on pinkberry. It is like a yogurt.
Oh, got it.
It's like a yogurt, like minty, all of it, but it has a lot of sugar in it.
Got it.
And I got addicted to it from eating it with her.
Ah.
And I was eating it so much, I was leaving Jeffrey in the bed at 2 years old, walking to pinkberry, getting a big.
Damn.
I would get a big take home and a large and a medium.
Yeah, you were addicted.
Yeah, I was addicted. And it was too much sugar. I'm diabetic. So it was something that was killing me. And he said, no more pinkberry.
And you were like, all right, God.
Yeah, like, Dad,
like,
okay.
Chill, all right, I got you.
Okay, I got it. But that's how but in relationships, I could never hear, it was never that. So went to therapy.
You couldn't hear it because
I didn't want to listen.
You didn't want to listen.
I didn't want to listen.
See, that's...
He don't fail you with the voice. It's whether you listen or not. And I made it so that I thought I heard him say, "Go, my child. I bless you in this union. Walk forth."
Yep.
Yeah, there was a whole conversation.
So someone asked me and they said, "Okay, so how did you marry the first person and how did it not work?" I said, "Easy." I said, because what we don't do, and actually this would be one of my after my book White Fear comes out, I'm gonna be doing this book here.
Yeah.
I said it's called The Four Most Powerful Words in the World, Thy Will Be Done. What happens is we pray for stuff, but we don't put at the end, if it's in your will.
Yeah.
That's what we don't do. So what happens is we pray for the house, we pray for the job, we pray for the man, pray for the woman, pray for the car, but then say, if it's in your will for this to happen, make it happen. When I joined CNN, that's what happened. I sat in that lobby and I said, God, if this is for me, if this is your will for me, make it happen. And it did. But there have been other times when it's like, this ain't for me, this ain't mine. But you gotta listen. That's where free will comes in. And see, that's the thing. And most folks want to sit here, well, I don't know how it happened because you didn't listen.
There have been in my single life and dating where I've said, well, all the time, I go, Lord, if this is not your will, slam that door, shut that door. And ultimately, Roland, something will happen where I find out something or I see something, and that part of Sherri wants to go, but I said, but you prayed. Lord,
right.
Show me.
Which
shut
you
that
listen.
door.
But that's the same thing with jobs. When I knew when the guys who owned Chicago Defender, they were not going to let me run it the way I needed to run. So I was kind of like, all right, you know what? I could do this. I could do some other stuff. I could do a consulting deal. So I'm going through this whole deal. God says, I will not open a single door for you until you publicly announce that you're leaving.
Ooh.
I couldn't decide internally. I said, no. You have to publicly announce that you are leaving. Now, mind you, this is like October. My contract's not up until March.
Right.
Like, not a single door will open. And I did. I gave it to the newspaper, let it out. Literally the next day. A phone call, then another phone call. Then and these people who already knew.
Right.
None of these things were happening while I was in this. Well, I could do this, I could do it. It's time to go. And that's the thing. So when you understand the power of it, and that where we, and then people say, well, how you know that was God? Like, cause on the other side, like when I got divorced, he told me to leave everything.
Oh, and just walk away.
He said, you can take that, you take that. He said, leave everything. He said, what I have for you is far greater than that. He said, but I'm going to take you lower than you. And I said, oh, wait, we ain't got to.
I ain't signed over all that.
We ain't got to go lower. And I did. I lost a whole lot. He said, leave everything. He said, because that cannot be mixed with what I have. Man, my lawyer, I have frat brothers, my brother, everybody like, are you out your mind? Spud Wells, my homeboy. I went to his house in Dallas. We played golf, and I fasted and prayed for 4 days. Golf is always involved in it. I was like, I remember being in one of his bedroom. I was like, I'm gonna trust you on this one. I said, because see, Ro wanna break her ass in half. Ro wanna. So and people like, how you know? I was like, oh, I know what Roland wanted to do. That wasn't Ro's choice. Ro's choice was to break that ass in half.
And you know.
I
left the flames. You know it was me.
I know what I wanted to do. But that's the thing that and so when you talk about like same thing. So when you are coming across assignments and have there things that come up where you said and you thought about it, you prayed on it and said no. And people like, shit, what you doing? Nope. No.
Yeah, there have been jobs that I didn't take because I just knew it was not it was not for me, or it was more of a gut feeling. It just was so, I wanted to say yes because it was money.
Right.
It was more recognition, but everything in me was like, and I didn't feel comfortable. And I knew that was God. And I said no. But then there were times, I remember being with The View when they said, we want to extend your contract. And I knew God said, it's time to move. It's time to go. And everybody was saying, Sherri, you got a great job. You're making all of this money. And I said, no, it's time. And they said, you ain't going to be able to, you've been away from Hollywood. And I said, it's time to go. And when I didn't, that's when I realized I was about to go through this divorce and it was going to be expensive. It was going to be a lot. And I said, I'm going to stay. I said, I'm going to stay for a couple of years,
so you
make this money.
See, go ahead.
I'm going to make this money, and then I'll get out, Lord. So do a compromise. I'm going to do what you say, but I'm going to do it on my thing.
And he went, really?
He went really. And you know when he went really? They said that we were heavy in contract negotiations. And they came, my manager called, she said, they're not going to renew your contract. And I went, hey, so wait, what? Just yesterday, they was offering me more money. She said, they just decided not to renew your contract. And I remember sitting in front of the mirror at The View, and I went, what happened? And it was very clear. God said, I told you it was time to go. So if I got to push you out, and I remember I was very calm. I was looking in the mirror just like this, while I could hear this voice inside my head going, I told you it was time to go. You gonna go.
Right. Like, oh.
And I said, but Lord, I got this going on and that going on. And I could just hear laughter. Like, what you think, I just got here yesterday?
Like, really?
Didn't nobody tell me, Sherri, what is the angel? Who is the angel that's supposed to have put the note? And he said, do you trust me? And I said, not really, just a little bit. This is just all I need.
And that's also being honest though. And that's all, I mean, when I said, he said, gonna take you lower. You get divorced, June 99. Go back to Dallas, buy a house, promise job, get there, dude who offered the job, not returning phone calls.
Wow.
Like I literally bought a new house in December.
Wow, and said I'm here.
And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, your punk ass ain't returning phone calls? And to this day when I see his ass.
Wow.
I'm like, deuces, don't even come near me. And so here I am, scrambling. God's already said, this is who you're gonna marry. New house, no stable income. Walked away from managing editor job with the Houston Defender because that's not why I was there. Growth 2000, I'm trying to grab any freelance opportunity, sitting here, and like, I don't even have, I don't even have money to put blinds or curtains up. Because literally, I bought the house in December. And I get there and like no job, like not returning phone calls, nothing.
Wow.
Like I don't even exist. And I remember when so I go through 6 months, like it was around June, early July. He starts writing all this stuff down. This is what you're gonna be doing. So then I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. He's like, no, I got to move some people in place. All these things will not happen at the same time. And then literally I get a call to produce an election special for a cable network. It was $10,000 a month. Yo, that was like, that was it. And I'm in LA, Democratic National Convention. Night Al Gore accepts his nomination president, appendix ruptures. In the hospital 5 days. While I'm in the hospital, Forerunner, which lease was up, but I was still driving, they get it from the airport. I sent a colleague to go get the Forerunner to take it to my house. She gets there, she's like, can't find it. And I'm sitting there, so no vehicle, hospital 5 days, no health insurance. Oh. And then, so I remember when we're back and forth, she was in Houston, but I had her SUV. I'm about to drive it to Houston, transmission goes out. And so now I gotta get home. And so one day a check came in, it's probably about $200. And I was like, yo, I gotta deposit this check. Cause I'm like, keep lights on. Called several friends of mine, nobody was available to take me to the bank. So I had to walk to the bank. Now this is Texas, is August.
Oh my goodness.
It's hot.
Yes.
And you talking about, I'm walking 6-7 miles one way. So now it's 14 miles. I get home, Sherri, my legs are throbbing. I'm talking about throbbing. Oh. And I get in the house, I said, look, I ain't mad at you, but I'm pissed off right now. I'm like hot, like, you know how we qualify. I ain't mad at you. I'm pissed off right now. And this is exactly what I hear. I said I will supply your needs. I was like, look, I heard you. But the transmission out, nobody was there available. And he said, do your legs work? And I was like, yeah. He said, like I said, I will supply your needs.
See, that's that kind of answer you just want to go and curse and be like, that's such a low,
right?
That's such a low,
right?
Oh my God!
That's exactly how I was like.
Oh, so you got jokes? Oh
like,
my God!
You tripping, huh?
Oh my gosh!
So I will supply your need. Your legs worked.
Your legs worked. He said, that's that frustration. We be like, Lord,
yes.
I just.
So like even so when you talk about again relationships or career, whatever, it's when you said it, okay, I'm gonna trust you, but then that's when you know, because the reality is we don't know what's on the flip side of that opportunity.
Absolutely.
Because we've been there where you did it and it did not turn out well, and you're like, what the hell was I thinking? He's like, because you weren't listening.
Because you weren't listening.
Like, you gonna listen now?
And it's so interesting because I've seen where I didn't listen and where it got me. I've seen where I listened. And that thing of leaving the view and him going, apparently I got to push you out, changed my whole world. Everything that I thought would never happen, happened and more.
See?
So much so. So when people say, do you ever want to go back? Do you regret? No, because it changed everything.
When we invest in ourselves, our glow, our vision, our vibe, we all shine. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
Can you believe the nerve of these Republicans? They only want to block progress for our community. They talk about cutting Medicare and Social Security. They played politics with veterans' health care. They voted against the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act and funding for our HBCUs, and against lowering prescription drug costs for our seniors. These Republicans keep trying hard to stand in the way, but President Biden, Vice President Harris, and Democrats won't let them. They are delivering for us. The Democratic National Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
When you talk about blackness and what happens in black culture, we're about covering these things that matter to us, speaking to our issues and concerns.
This is a genuine people-powered movement.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not getting. You get it, and you spread the word.
We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. We cannot tell our own story if we can't pay for it. This is about covering us. Invest in black-owned media. Your dollars matter. We don't have to keep asking them to cover our stuff. So please support us in what we do, folks. We want to hit 2,000 people, $50 this month, raise $100,000. We're behind 100,000, so we want to hit that. Y'all money makes this possible. Check some money orders. Go to P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. The Cash App is $RM Unfiltered. PayPal is R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle is Roland at RolandSMartin.com.
When we invest in ourselves, we all shine. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
The generation before us, they didn't have a lot, and we were conditioned. Look, you get you a nice job.
You got a good job.
Hey, and treating you well.
My people say work for the government. You never get fired.
Like, don't mess that thing up. That's literally how we as African Americans have been conditioned.
Yeah.
And then when you bounce, folks like, the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
When I left, when TV One ended my show, 8 months left of my contract, they offered me a new deal. I told my agents I'm not gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, bro, it's easy money. He said, they probably not gonna do another show. They gonna pay you that $27,500 direct deposit every month and you ain't gotta go in. I said, no, because the contract stipulates that because the black-owned company own other stuff, I can't do anything that targets African Americans. I said, the election's in 2020, 3-year contract. If I'm under contract, I said, I will not have any way to have a voice during the election. I said, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I said, Tom Jones retires in 2019. This is 2020. I said, I cannot do that. And I said, it does not matter what you negotiate. I will not sign the deal.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're in the meeting and they keep saying, we're gonna keep you whole, whatever. I said, no, but what am I doing?
Yeah.
No, what are we doing? I said, show what's the concept, what's the budget, what's the plan? I said, no, you have ideas. Those are not concrete. And it kept coming back, and finally, in the middle of the meeting, I go, stop talking about money. I said, money is the last thing I ever negotiate. I said, money is the last thing. I said, it's everything else that I'm doing.
Right.
I said, you can't answer any of that. The number don't matter. And now this was, and again, and the only other check that I had was the Joyner Show, where I had started at $250,000 a year, and it was down to 48 when they kept cutting everybody.
They kept cutting everybody.
Down to 48. Wow. So I had to absolutely lean on faith and trust in me in creating it. And that's the thing that, and people are like, man, what are you doing?
Yes.
What are you? And I said, but because you don't understand. That's leaving that easy, because again, you're sitting there going, look, that was $330,000. That's $330,000. No issue, no whatever.
Yeah.
I said my speeches and everything. I could live very wonderful, but I knew I couldn't do something. And I would have gone crazy not being able to create,
Absolutely.
to produce, to do something.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand.
It's such a trip when you go through that. I remember after The View, I'd done Cinderella on Broadway. I had been going back and forth from New York to LA acting. And God said, it's time to go to LA. And I said, but they don't know me. You know, you always got them buts, but they don't know me. He said, it's time to go to LA. And at the time, because I was working on The View, I was making a lot of money. I had a mansion that I couldn't sell that had been on the market for a year. Floyd Mayweather came to see if he could buy it. He didn't want to buy it for his mama. I said, Floyd, this is stripper tips for you. He said, it's too far. I was like, but you could burn this house down right now. It ain't gonna make no, I begged Floyd Mayweather.
Burn this house down.
Please take my house. It literally, because it was so far out in Jersey,
right,
Roland, I couldn't sell it. So it was just a money pit. And I said, Father, I can't leave with this house on my hands. I'm not working at The View paying this mortgage over $10,000 a month. Been trying to sell it. It done fell out of escrow so many times. Do you know? And I said, Father God, if it is truly your will for me to go to LA, me and Jeffrey, something got to be done with this house that's been on the market a year. Do you know a man who did the algorithms for Groupon? He was looking to build a house. His child had autism. My house was around the corner from one of the premier autism centers in the world. His contractor said, we can build one, but there's one that's on sale or on the market. Let's go look at that one. He made an offer that night.
Whoa.
And he said, I want to close in 5 days. He paid me cash. And I think we had one glitch. There was no gate lock around the pool. I put a gate lock on there, but it wasn't up to code. And the man who, I put the different lock on there, I found somebody to get the lock over there. They said the man who does the permits, he's going on vacation. Do you know we got him before he got on the plane? He came out there. He said, I don't know how y'all got me. He did the thing. He said something like, I had a guest house. He said, has this been used for any kind? I looked at him, I said, ain't none of my family ever stayed in this guest house overnight. No, sir. Lord, he signed off. He gave me the papers. We closed in 6 days. Cash, I didn't owe nothing.
Wow.
Jeffrey and I went straight to the airport. Now, so when he tells you to do something and you just trust him, you don't see it, even a job I had a job with John Lithgow on NBC, and I remember it was called Trial and Error. It was one of the best roles I ever had, but we were doing it in Canada. And I said, I got to be with Jeffrey. And God said, you got to be with Jeffrey. It's time. And I remember when I called those people and said, I'm not coming back. And they offered me more money. Then they got mad at me and they said, this is the best role that's ever been written for you. You can win an Emmy if we come back. And I said, I know. And they said, you'll never have another role written like this for you. And I said, well, but
you
my
also
first assignment,
you also never have another Jeffrey.
I'll never have another Jeffrey. I said, creatively, yes, but my first assignment is Jeffrey. And I'm out here in Canada, only coming home on the weekends. I can't do it.
Right.
And everything, all my friends said, Sherri, you're walking away from this, you're working with it. And I said, but I just got to trust because he said, go. And do you know, I left. Everybody else signed an extension. Show ended up not coming back. They got knocked out of pilot season because they signed an extension with this show. I got a letter 2 weeks later. I saw Gabriel Iglesias somewhere. I got a letter going, Gabriel saw you. We got a show. He wants you to play the principal in this show. Roland, it was right around the corner. 8 minutes to get there. I could drop Jeffrey off. 8 minutes to get to the thing. And then God said it's time to leave that. I left after our second season. I told Gabriel, I said, now God said it's time for me to get my name on the show. So I gotta leave. You leaving? They're gonna pick us up. It's time to go. Now I've learned to, in my career,
right?
When God say move, I go, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I talked to Guy Torrey, he said he got receipts.
That's right.
See, the thing is, I think for a lot of people, they offer you money and say you can win an Emmy, thinking that was going to be music to your ears. But they were actually saying, pick this money and this Emmy over your child. Mm-hmm. And they, because they have experience, a lot of folk before had done that.
Yeah.
A lot of folks have done that, and then all of a sudden they get older, and child don't want to be around them.
Absolutely.
Don't know them, and I think it's understanding, or what comes down to what's important.
What is important?
What's valuable? What's important? Is that important to me? Dondre Whitfield said this here. He asked the brother, he said, do you consider yourself to be successful? It was like, won 8 Grammys and everything. He said, no. He said, you're accomplished. Are you successful? And he said, your kids don't want to be around you.
Ooh.
He said, you're about to get divorced. You have no relationship with your other child who's 3,000 miles away who doesn't even want to see you. He said, you are not successful.
Wow.
He said, you accomplished. And I think that's just where, and that's where also the validation comes in. I've had people tell me, yeah, man, but you had a show on CNN and MSNBC. I'm like, yeah, but I own this.
That you own it.
I said, I own every camera, every light. I said, I can do what I want to do. I can have the conversation I want to have. There are no notes.
Right.
I don't have a VP of development or programming
that you gotta answer
telling me how we need to edit this interview. None. And out of all things I've done, I said, I have a complete joy because I don't have to deal with someone else determining my fate.
Right.
We're gonna come out here with George Lopez Golf Tournament. We're gonna rent this Airbnb. This is what it's gonna cost. We're gonna shoot for 5 days and we're gonna fly back on Sunday. But none of that happens if I don't walk away.
If you don't walk away.
In 2018. None of it happens. None of it happens.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, so you apply that to jobs, you apply that to relationships, you apply it to everything.
But I think women, Roland, we have a hard time applying that type of faith to relationships.
Oh, absolutely.
There's something that we can apply it to our jobs, our careers, school, kids, but that thing of relationships, even in the little things. I was on a dating site and I put my age. I'm 54.
Right.
Am I 53 or 54? And everybody said, well, you wasn't 54? Oh, that's too old. People ain't gonna go past 45. And I said,
or they'd be like, yeah, don't do it. Don't you tell anybody your age.
Don't. And I said, but at some point, I gotta have faith.
Right.
The guy said there's that one. We're not gonna care about the age. Yeah, I know, but
There you go.
But I think we have a hard, because that fear sets in.
Yes.
Fear is a big thing.
But see, I look at a different fear.
Yeah.
A fear of not listening.
Yeah.
See, that's a greater fear. When my first wife said she wanted a divorce, I was sitting there. It was. I'm like, wow, how did we arrive at this point? When in fact, the reality is, I actually had called it 3 years earlier. I said, if these things occur, this way I could be. Literally, I said, if these things happen. And so, remember, I forced a conversation, and she finally said, I don't believe in being equally yoked. And literally was like, ooh. I said, that's it. But then what was interesting, I kept, it's like what you said when you changed the prayer. I was praying, God, save the marriage. I changed it. I never forget. I was on the second floor upstairs. I was watching television. And I said, God, open my eyes to see and open my ears to hear what you want me to see and hear.
Wow.
Literally, within 10 seconds, the front door opens and she come in the house bitching about some Christmas lights that was sitting on the side of the doorstep and why I hadn't put them up. And I was like, wow, God, that was real quick.
Wow.
It was something that was it's Christmas lights that the gardener had taken down or whatever. But it was like DEFCON 5. And I was, this is, I come downstairs and I'm standing there in the front door and I'm going, I ain't saying nothing. But it's like, you are losing your mind over some Christmas. Are these lights worth this level of yelling and argument? No. They just some lights that can get picked up and thrown in a box. But, and I'm talking, it was within, I'm talking about literally, door opens, open my eyes, and going off. I was like, man, that was quick. and that was the deal. And I think, so what happens is that's why I go back to the whole, that will be done. Is this for me? Versus that. And for a lot of people, that's just what messes them up. Because I think what we want, especially in relationships. Yeah. Remember I said I knew exactly what I needed, so there were wants and needs. I think the problem is we actually create our list of wants. Exactly. But we don't go back, no, what do I need? Remember I said the pillar. Need? No, this is what I need. Yeah. If take away the house, take away the job, take away the cars, what do I need? What do I need? See, he can be looking good, but what happens if he gets burned? He can be tall and handsome. What happens if he gets paralyzed?
Yeah.
See, we go through, and I think that's what messes people up, because they don't want to confront. No, you've chosen all of these. I actually hit some brothers and sisters with this with him. I said, we were at this conference, and they were talking about how their mother and father and their relationships, they would go on and on and on and on. So the next day we had a part, we were talking about their list. I said, brothers, could your mama make your list?
Ooh.
Sisters, could your daddy make your list?
Ooh.
Slayed the room.
Silence.
Because it forced them to say, y'all got all this other stuff. Your daddy, who you talked about, special, whatever, your daddy couldn't make your list. Maybe something wrong with your list.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So absolutely, as we get older, I think also we look up, there's a bunch of bullshit I was focused on. Because
it is. You know, it's so funny, because I think we as women, we're afraid to say, give me what I need, or if it's your will, sometimes because what we want is this, and we're afraid that you're gonna go, that's not what I'm gonna give you.
Right.
I'm gonna give you this. But I literally have a girlfriend who was on all the dating sites. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. She wanted a high earning. He had to make this amount of money.
Boom.
She threw in, because she said, well, God say put what you want.
Right.
He had to have a plane.
Boom.
He had to have
what?
Yeah, she wanted him to have a plane. She wanted him to have a she wanted to have. 2 years later, Roland, we were talking. She said, you know what? I just want a man that's kind. She done went and dated, went on all of these high profile dating sites.
Boom.
And she said, I just want a man that's kind.
Boom.
And I said, oh, do you have to have a plane? She said, girl, we can take Delta. It had changed so much.
But I know some people, sisters, who would say, well, she's lowering her standards. No, I actually said no. She's actually elevated her standards. Because again, what we've defined, what we do, again, and I'm applying this to job, career, and relationship.
Yeah.
It's the validation part. It's, I want this person to have all of this and look like this to see what they gonna say.
Yes.
So just like the job. God told me, man, when you gonna get you a real show? That's why I'm on TV one show. I said, I'm on TV 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. No. He said, no, I know you're TV one show. He said, but I mean a real show. Like CNN or MSNBC. I said, well, you do know we shoot my show in NBC News Channel. Mm-hmm. That when Brian Williams comes to DC, he sits in the same chair I sit in.
Right.
Because it's in the same studio, same cameras, same walls, same set, same control room. Mm-hmm. I said, but you don't think it's a real show. And so, for many of us, it's sort of like, I got to get that Oscar. I got to get that Emmy. Okay, but why? What?
It's that validation. It's what people will think.
There you go.
When you can let all of that stuff go.
When there are some absolutely amazing actors.
Yes.
Who ain't never won. Do you realize the first award that Frankie Beverly Mays ever got was a trumpet award?
It boggles my mind
that
Frankie Beverly and Mays have never won a Grammy.
No.
A nothing.
No.
A performed but yet they sell out everywhere they go.
And one of the few groups that will force your wardrobe change. No, seriously. I told somebody, think about this here. We love the Commodores, we love Earth, Wind & Fire, we love the OJs, we can name all these groups. Is there any other group that
I gotta put my white on. I gotta wear my white.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, but the thing is, for years, I'm talking about for years, I was hitting this thing. I would see Deborah Lee, I'm like, when y'all go on? I said, and I told Deborah, Deborah, do you understand? They've never won an award. She's like, are you serious? I was like, no, they never won an award. BT Awards finally honored them years later, but they had never been acknowledged. I was there. I was one of the presenters. Oh, wow. They got the Trumpet Award. It was the first award they had ever received.
But you can recite every daggone Frankie Beverly and Mays
That's
song.
What I'm saying. So if Frankie Beverly and Mays defined their career by the awards versus the love and the adoration of their fan base. When I interviewed Frankie, he started crying just talking about the whole concept that I put together this special was, this is a basic question, what is it about Frankie Beverly and Mays that we love? So I had all these different people answering that question. And when we did the special, he saw it, and he said, man, my girl, he said, my woman Pam Moore, who's TV anchor in San Francisco, she made dinner, she invited me over. He said, we sat down and watched it. He said, man, she had to stop it a few minutes in. He said, because I was just crying.
Wow.
Because it was they were talking about what the music means. And so it was all these different definitions of it. But that's the same thing. They've never won a
Do you know that's one of my deal breakers? If you don't know 3 songs that Frankie Beverly Mays then made, we can't be together. If you ain't been to one Frankie Beverly Mays concert, if I say, that's just one of my things, if we're dating and I go, I want to go, you better be listening.
Right.
I love Frankie Beverly Mays. That better be in there that I'm taking Sherri to see Frankie Beverly Mays. And you better have on your white linen. You better.
That's what I'm saying. But it is.
When we invest in ourselves, we all shine. Together, we are black beyond measure.
Can you believe the nerve of these Republicans? They only want to block progress for our community. They talk about cutting Medicare and Social Security. They played politics with veterans' health care. They voted against the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act and funding for our HBCUs, and against lowering prescription drug costs for our seniors. These Republicans keep trying hard to stand in the way, but President Biden, Vice President Harris, and Democrats won't let them. They are delivering for us. The Democratic National Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
When you talk about blackness and what happens in black culture, we're about covering these things that matter to us, speaking to our issues and concerns.
This is a genuine people-powered movement.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not getting. You get it, and you spread the word.
We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. We cannot tell our own story if we can't pay for it.
This is about covering us.
Invest in black-owned media.
Your dollars matter. We don't have to keep asking them to cover our stuff. So please support us in what we do, folks.
We want to hit 2,000 people, $50 this month, raise $100,000. We're behind 100,000, so we want to hit that. Y'all money makes this possible.
Checks and money orders go to P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. The Cash App is $RM Unfiltered. PayPal is R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle is Roland at RolandSMartin.com. Remember I said earlier when I was like, this really ain't that hard.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. It's a trip. The relationship piece is not actually complex. It's not if you are willing to actually listen and know who you are versus, what she say? She said, what she say? Want to be kind or nice? What she say?
She said, I want a man who's kind.
See, and I've had these fierce debates, but you asking a sister to lower her standards. I'm like, no. I said, I go back to could your daddy make your list? What was so special about that? Because he just loved your mama and his family.
Yeah.
And it what? With a blue collar job. Look, my parents ain't never made more than $50,000 combined in their life. 54 years in June. 54 years.
Wow.
Okay, ups and downs, but you can't argue with 54 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that I tell folks, you can accrue all that stuff, but then what you got? Because at the end of the day, you can't you can't take it with you.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? If you are sick, you can't use any of that sort of stuff.
Right.
But I bet you want to look over and see who's holding your hand.
Yeah, what are those core qualities?
Who rubbing your forehead?
Yes.
Who's massaging your feet?
Who got that Kama Sutra travel kit? Oh!
That's all I'm saying. That's really how basic it is. That's how basic it is. It ain't that complicated. You having fun?
Oh, I'm having so much fun. It's really, and listening to you really about relationships. Because being in this place of doing so much work, of going, Sherri, just let everything go and do that hard stuff. But it's hard to go to that hard place.
It is.
But when you do go to that place and you figure out who you are and what makes you tick, then you can see. And it's easy, I think, for me to hear God's voice. There was one that I kind of was seeing, and he was calling. I said, Lord, if this ain't it, I need you to shut this door because I don't have the strength on myself because he got all of the stuff that the world loves.
See, there you go.
All of the stuff. And I said, so you got to, and I remember I went to the concert. He was somebody big, and I went, Roland, when I tell you, I said, God, you got to show me. And I went to the concert, sitting there. When I tell you, it was crazy from the moment I got there drama from the moment I left.
You like,
I said,
appreciate
I just
that.
want to go to my hotel room and get back in bed in my pajamas and watch Netflix. But God showed me just as clear as day, this is what the future looks like.
Boom.
Crazy. And I said, you've showed me. Bye.
Yeah.
So when you do that hard work,
yes,
you go.
That's what I'm saying, clarity. Clarity.
So much clarity. Because before, had I not done the work, I'd have been like, well, but I could. And then if I worked all the way around it and would have been happy in the tabloids again. It's
like when I meet people to work with. No. Doesn't take long. Folks like, no, but you have it. No, I don't need to have a second meeting. Spirits connect.
Yeah.
And when you meet, you're like, no, I can't work with you. And I'm fine. And I'm telling you, it is the craziest thing. And what people don't understand is when you reach a point of when you have, okay, your girlfriend said, I want my man to be nice. For me, it's joy in what I do. See, it's what brings me pleasure. It's like, yo, man, so we'll go, man, that interview looked great. I love that, the camera movement, I love that. Oh, you know what? Next time we're gonna bring those other lights. I want the other softer lights, whatever. That's sort of what's how I'm feeling and what was driving. So I don't need that award. Mm-hmm. I don't need you. But when the fan base are like, man, I love that conversation. I love this. Somebody retweeted the other day an interview that I did with Issa Rae 5 years ago, and I texted her and she said, I love that clip keeps getting
the play.
People it'll just pop up. And just like out of the blue, come and watch. And that's the thing. So it's just, and it's joy. And people, they're like, I don't understand why you like, but you used to be on CNN. I was like, yeah, it was a trip. I was at CNN 6 years, but I've been gone 8 years.
What, has it been 8 years?
8 years.
Wow.
8 years. And I'm like, I'm good. And I'm telling you, it's. I'm sure you still get it. Oh, I wish you were on The View.
Mm-hmm, all the time.
And not understanding.
And they don't get it when I go, no, I'm not. I'm good.
Right.
Yeah.
And they think, oh, you just saying that. It's like, no. Really, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Because again, their expectations, I think, are different. I got to ask you this here. You, in terms of doing what you do, being in comedy, has it changed for women, or is it still a male-driven, dominated genre?
It's changed a little bit, but I think if you come to see me at most of the comedy clubs I do in LA, it might be me and another woman and 10 male comics. Sometimes I'm the only one on the bill. If you come see me at the Laugh Factory Friday, I think I'm the only one on the bill. I think there's a lot of things that are still the same. I think we still have a big fight. Females, I love seeing more females in the game, and I love how more females are making their way other than the traditional stand-up. You got the Jess Hilariouses, the B. Simones, who are using the internet and social media to make their pathway with comedy. I love watching women do sketches on Instagram and TikTok. So I think we've had to go through the back door and through the window, because it still is very hard, Roland, to get spots at these comedy clubs being a woman. It still is very hard to get the respect. I always tell women when they get in the game, don't sleep with none of the comics. Be funny. Right. Be funny. Because now it's going to take you 10 years to get your reputation back, and then you're going to be distracted. Be funny. And I know I have to work 4 times as hard to get the respect of David Arnold. David Arnold, every time he sees me, I do comedy clubs, 4 comedy clubs, 3 nights a week. The Improv, the Laugh Factory, the Comedy Store, and I would end with the Comedy Union and see David Arnold. And that's how I get the respect, because he sees me out there grinding and working. I don't think males have to do it as much as hard as I have to do it.
Right.
So I think, no, we still have a long way to go, but I'm loving the women that are coming in. I'm loving that women are coming in and don't have to downplay who they are on the stage. Because it used to be, if you was too cute on stage, when Angela Means, who was in Friday, had a hard time. Right. Because she came out, she was so pretty, so the women didn't like her. Now women are owning who they are. They're owning their sexuality, and I like that. I like seeing it.
So I asked every singer this. I asked
Yes.
every comedian this. This is the last question for you. If you had to do a comedic versus, and it's microphone, who would you love to go toe-to-toe with? Who would bring out, who would bring out the best in Sherri? Who would you be like, oh yeah, I'm about to take your ass out? Who would that be, male or female?
Wow. I think I'm going to be realistic. I could not go up against a Lunel, who is one of my bestest friends, or Monique. I think for me, because I have a lot of joy in my stand-up, it probably would be Kim Whitley. Like, we could go toe-to-toe on stage. I think her and I, and we go into it. I would love to go up, and for me to say against, because I have such respect for these women, I would love to be on that stage with Lonnie Love.
Yeah, I see the reason I asked everybody that question, because from a singing standpoint, it's a challenge. It's Wayne Brady said, I would love to go up against Jamie Foxx.
And I would love to see that. It absolutely would bring out that thing in Wayne of stuff that he never even realized that he had, or stuff from his archives that he would bring up, as with Jamie. Right. I've seen both of them numerous
And that's what I'm
times.
talking about. So that's why I always have that question, because it's like, yo, who would you, and because who brings out that competitive juices to say, oh yeah, no, I got to be ready for this one. They gonna force me to bring my absolute best.
The A game. I say if it was somebody who was going to force me to bring my absolute...
Yeah, to take out joy and happiness. I'm talking about, it's like if you like, yo,
if I had to
they the shit. I want to, like, let's go.
I would love to go up against Monique. I think Monique is the shit. And I think that Monique would literally, I would be on the stage with their microphone going, all right, Sherri, you got to come with it. And I would love to do that.
See, the reason I think that would be, because again, it's audience, 2 people, 2 mics.
That's right.
What your ass got?
What do you have?
And it's like,
and I would love to look at Monique and go, yeah. See,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, so like people ask me, oh like, man, or like you giving speeches, I was like, oh no, I said, because it was someplace, they booked 3 of us to give keynotes. They booked Ben Chavis, Michael Eric Dyson, and me. And Spahn was like, who gonna go first? I said, don't matter. I said, y'all gonna let me know I'm going first, second, and third. Don't matter. I said, because I know what I'm about to do.
There you go.
And they were like,
you don't.
What? I said, don't matter. I can go first, I can go second, I can go third. I can guarantee you, I know what's gonna happen at the end. I said, but y'all go ahead and pick the line up. I straight up.
Yeah.
And they had me go first.
See, but now they gotta follow you.
Right.
Woo!
And I broke. I was like, y'all text me, let me know how it go. And they were like, your ass walked out they were like, you walked out. Like, I said, but again, that's that thing that you said, okay, we're gonna kick it another gear.
I tell you, I did a show with George Wallace, J. Anthony Brown. And I sat, George Wallace went up, he was exquisite. And Jay was sitting there, he was so nervous. And I said, Jay, what are you nervous for? He said, I gotta follow George. But when I tell you, it brought something out of J. Anthony Brown.
That's what I'm saying.
Me and Sybil Wilkes was sitting there. J. Anthony Brown went to another level.
So I'm saying, actually, this is what he did. There's this great scene in the movie The Legend of Bagger Vance where he said, with the Will Smith character, he said, look at Bobby Jones. He said, he's looking at the field. So Bobby's talking, whatever, but when he's time to focus the shot, all of a sudden, he had all the people in the fairway, and they all disappeared.
Yeah.
And then the fairway got narrower. And that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what the challenge does. it focuses you. You're like, I'm gonna go up here and chill. No, I can't play. I got to sit here, and I got to bring this thing. And that would be, I think that would be audience.
That's right.
2 mics.
Yes.
Y'all go at it.
Let's see what happens.
We might have to work on that.
I think it would. I would love to see verses with comedians.
Yeah, we might have to.
We might have
to work on that. Yeah, that'll be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's good to see you, baby.
I loved it.
See, you know how we do. How we have conversation. Just like,
you never know where you're gonna meander, where you're gonna go.
Well, no, Jake. It was like, all right, we'll figure out. We're gonna talk about something.
Yeah.
Talk about something. But you hold on. So what's the deal? What you stopped eating the pink berry. I've been looking at all your Instagram posts and everything and showing your little body and now you done went back deep in the closet, pulled some shit out you had
that I ain't never worn.
Right.
Oh my God.
All the stuff that you bought that you had.
That I've been having for years. I think this thing may still have a tag in the back of it. Stuff that I done had. I'm telling you, look, intermittent fasting, keto. I gave up dairy. I had no sugar 3 years. No soda. It's been 9 years. No soda.
Wow.
Pork, very limited amounts. But it's all the stuff that I know I just don't need.
Right.
Because what it has, and this is another thing that God said. When Jeffrey said, Mommy, if you die, who's going to be my bodyguard? Because I'm type 2 diabetic. And God specifically said to me, that is not my will for you. My will is for you to be alive and healthy with this boy who has special needs. And he said, so that's not my will. So what are you going to do? You have the choice. And that was a choice that I made. And it has now he's 16. He don't want to be with me all the time. But I have the energy for him.
Right.
I have the clarity of mind. Because when you have a teenager, it's a whole different mindset. So you got your nieces, and if dealing with a teenager, it's a whole different mindset.
Yeah.
It's more, it ain't I'm going to bop you in the mouth. It's more, you got to be 2 steps ahead of them. So it has changed my life. The perk is being able to wear leggings and a tight bodysuit. That's what the perk is. That's a nice one. But what I need is my health for this boy who needs me still. And he's 16. So we got a good decade. I need to be here.
So
with good health.
So you like pink deuces.
Deuces. I'm telling you, it's not working for me right now.
All right. Well,
there you go.
You. Working your thing, I got a little black leather.
And I like being able to say I'm 54 and people go, what? There you go.
See, now in putting that dating site, they were like, oh.
There you go. Absolutely.
And see, again, just like Jackie, you got the right pair of black pants.
I got the right pair of black pants. I don't know if you can do a cup, but you can do a pop. It's a quick pop, but it bounces back. Real tight.
We done, girl. You ain't got no sense. You so crazy.
I love you, Roland.
Love you, darling.
Thank you. That was fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, my gosh. That was fun.
When we invest in ourselves, we're investing in what's next for all of us. Growing, creating, making moves that move us all forward. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
Can you believe the nerve of these Republicans? They only want to block progress for our community. They talk about cutting Medicare and Social Security. They played politics with veterans' health care. They voted against the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act and funding for our HBCUs, and against lowering prescription drug costs for our seniors. These Republicans keep trying hard to stand in the way, but President Biden, Vice President Harris, and Democrats won't let them. They are delivering for us. The Democratic National Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
When we invest in ourselves, we all shine. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
When you talk about blackness and what happens in black culture, we're about covering these things that matter to us, speaking to our issues and concerns.
This is a genuine people-powered movement.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not getting. You get it, and you spread the word.
We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. We cannot tell our own story if we can't pay for it.
This is about covering us.
Invest in black-owned media.
Your dollars matter. We don't have to keep asking them to cover our stuff. So please support us in what we do, folks.
We want to hit 2,000 people, $50 this month, raise $100,000. We're behind 100,000, so we want to hit that. Y'all money makes this possible.
Check some money orders. Go to P.O. Box 57196.
Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. The Cash App is $RM Unfiltered. PayPal is R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle is Roland at RolandSMartin.com.